between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Kentucky's offense will have the football first. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It doesn't matter what run play you have called, if you're running it inside or outside. If the defense gets penetration, everything is good. And you saw it on that play right there. Great job by the group.
Off the play fake. There's the pressure. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. It's no surprise at all to find a Georgia defensive lineman wreaking havoc in the backfield.
Yeah, find those big, physical, aggressive dudes that can be physical enough to play the run in the SEC and then pin your ears back and go get quarterbacks. Georgia does that and finds those guys.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. So Georgia's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. I know Bo Nix has the single-season completion record, but this guy may make a run for it if he has many more games like the last one, David.
It was crazy. I mean, it was interesting to watch, man. Just in a rhythm, not fooled, like just so confident, knew his answers to the test before the questions were even asked. And defensively, that presents a huge challenge. And Jesse, how do you want to attack him? Because something has to change after that last game we saw.
Yeah, I think one of the big keys for him having that kind of day and that kind of accuracy was his offensive line gave him a lot of time to survey the field and throw darts. So if you're on defense here, you've got to find a way to disrupt his rhythm. You've got to be able to get pressure on him. You don't necessarily have to get him to the ground and sack him, but the ball has got to come out early. You cannot let him sit back there and pick you apart.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Incomplete. He threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back. This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on third down. They're working that left side. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. Looking downfield on first down. Zings it complete to the right. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. Gonna look downfield again. Grabbed over the middle. It's Brown.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the game.
He lets it fly. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
From the gun, give on the inside. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. The Bulldogs, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Dropping back, it's Stockton. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. Really good win on the recruiting trail last week. Got a commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
He's going to help them out a lot because of his speed. He simply has things you can't coach from the linebacker position. So his ability to track the ball sideline to sideline, but also get downhill, he's going to make this defense a whole lot more difficult to move the football against.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
And how about this? They're going to send the kicker out there to try to put a thunderfoot into one. No good. After the miss, no change in the score. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. And they didn't get it forward and edge. Defense wins the battle up front. Third and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? From the gun, wants to pass. And the third down pass is incomplete.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They missed a chance to put up 3 points the last time they had it, and now to try to get a score on this drive. Finds his man. It's McCray. There he goes. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Off the play fake on first down. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete. They're dealing with a second and long. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the ball comes to rest right there.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Open space at the 25. Racing to the right. At the 30. What a play there, and he's got it all the way down to the 7-yard line. So that's not exactly optimal as far as the defense starting a stand, giving up an 80 spot, now dealing with a 1st and goal. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Corners are going to bail. Rushes on him. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. He's looking downfield to throw. Quarterback feeling the pressure and down he goes at the 22. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Oh, and he missed it. No good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it.
Well, they knew coming into this game touchdowns were going to be real hard to come by going up against this defense. So when you got opportunities to kick field goals, you've got to come away with 3 points. You're not going to get these chances very often.
They'll give it to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. How about these 2 running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air, it's Stockton. He's got him. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on 2nd down. Pulls it in. It's Bell. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Caught near the sticks. It's Branch. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. From the gun, the running back has it. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice his safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
Quickly to the tight end. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. The RPO, it's complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the 1st down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
Georgia heads to the line with a 1st and goal.
the defense is going to be kicking themselves for that. They knew coming into this game they had to stop this wide receiver. It wasn't just going to be catching the football. They knew they might see him in the run game as well. Really good timing on the reverse call there. Down in the red zone, the defense just not able to catch up and make a tackle.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. Here's a hit. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Got a man. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Only a place to be tackled immediately.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets it down to the 48.
You know, as a receiver, it's so critical and important to know where the sticks are. He was able to modify his route so he knew as soon as he caught it, he was just going to have enough to keep this drive alive.
To the air on 1st down. Quickly complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. And the Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Gets it out fast. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. 8th play of the drive coming up. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. The Wildcats will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense trying to take it back. Right down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Dogs! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
It's really hard as a quarterback because you got your eyes downfield, you're trying to find an open guy, you're trying to negotiate the rush, and all of a sudden people are swatting at the ball. They hit you, they knock it out. You got to do a better job next time of keeping 2 hands on the ball so you don't get it scooped and scored like what happened right there.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a couple of Mountain West teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. San Diego State is being humbled today. There's just no other way to say it. A complete and thorough thumping. They're trailing by 14 to Colorado State. The Mountain West likes to keep things interesting, fellas, and we'll circle back if anything big happens.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. They'll mark him down right there, but it'll be enough for a Kentucky 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Unloads to the wideout. Finds his open man. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Now on first down from the 40. Looking to throw on first down. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This pass rush has just been relentless. You can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. Ball marked at the 26. It's first and 10. They'll go to the ground. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
Now, what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe.
And the boom comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense got it. The 50. And they get him on the ground. They get the turnover. They get a chunk of yards, and they are in business.
What a massive play by the defense, knocking it out. That's a country fumble. There's nobody around it, so you scoop that puppy up and you get downfield. It's a huge return and a momentum-changing play.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Looking for a gap. It's McCray.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Grabbed behind the line. It's Frazier. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen. Clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. And the Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Quickly out to the tight end. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
Offside. Defense.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Georgia! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority one. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Athens. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering two things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable?
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Off play action on first down. Showing the arm strength down the left side. It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the third quarter.
That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. Looking to pass. It's Stockton. Got it set up on the outside. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Takes the handoff. It's Frazier. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in the second half.
Touchdown Bulldogs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This guy is officially a problem. His second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They squandered a golden opportunity the last time they had it, fumbling inside the 10-yard line. The give, fighting off the defender. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Looking downfield on first down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Takes it the other way. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Dogs!
This guy really is the complete linebacker. Not only is he physical and not only can he play downhill to stop the run, this guy is a weapon in pass coverage. You saw it on that play. What can this guy do?
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. North Texas is dominating this one, and you can bet the good folks in Denton are loving every aspect of this offense. They're up by 16 over Washington State. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Now the play fake. Makes the grab. It's Brown. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. After an unproductive first half and opening drive of the second half, the offense finally finding a little something to jumpstart them. They've got a first down. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
The name of the game is protecting your quarterback. He can't have success or complete passes on his back. Let's get the quick passing game going, maybe hand the football off. But whatever we're doing, let's go the opposite direction.
Makes the catch. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Pocket breaking down. It's complete. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Got it.
The Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs.
29 Philly.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's long. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Off play action. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd. Georgia lining up to punt it away.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
Here we go.
Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. That's caught. It's Hester. They'll stop him at the 24, and that brings up 4th down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Catches it at the 30. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He turns it loose to the left. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Fires to the middle. He can't make the catch. Had it right in his hands, and it'll be 4th down. Georgia sends out the punt team. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. To the air on 1st down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. And the Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Touchdown, Georgia! What a play! Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on 1st down. Under fire. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Lofts one high and deep. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. from this one. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with a first down. They'll move the tight end. Here's the handoff. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Might be changing the route. Back to pass, it's Stockton. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Defense dropping into soft coverage. They'll start this drive going to the air. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Using his legs, it's McCray. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. After the strong run on 2nd down, 3rd down coming. Do they do it again? Right on the money. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break the tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the 1st down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
I think one of the biggest keys in stopping these big physical running backs is you can never let them get momentum running downhill, and I think that was a big factor on that play. They didn't get him right away. He was able to break a tackle, but he couldn't get the speed going, and as a result, he's going backwards. That's a big TFL for the defense.
Tight end finds a soft spot. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for... Touchdown, Dogs! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right here.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Well, you got to know as a quarterback, when you're in an empty set, no running backs in the backfield with you, you got to be able to get rid of the football. And you're expecting pressure. The clock's going to go off in your head. Not a good job.
Oh, it's a fumble. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Wants to go up top, using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And that one's way too far for everybody.
It's tough to throw the ball down here in the red zone, man. These windows, they open and they close so quickly. You've got to have great timing, and right now this offense doesn't have it. They've thrown...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia! Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky has it back in the Big Blue offense. After that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Makes the catch. It's Hester. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. Here's the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room, because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got a man. It's Humphreys. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed. He can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. It's complete to the left. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? It'll be third and long. Just keep slinging it. The short hands. It's Humphreys. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Awesome job there on third down by the QB, working through his progressions. He wanted to go downfield, but the defense took everything away. So his eyes come down, he finds the drag route underneath, makes a good throw, and his guy does the rest to pick up the first.
Looking to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. And that comfortable lead they enjoy right now is not slowing down the aggression, not one bit.
Well, I think at this point, the coaching staff is just trying to continue evaluating their own.
And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Running back searching for a hole. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And just, they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit, throw the football around.
Back to pass, it's Allen. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Taylor. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you need.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
They get to him as he throws. That's caught. It's Humphries. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Back to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Humphries. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Dogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The DBs will back off a bit. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.